Hello and welcome to my Monday motivation sessions. Excuse me, my name is Annika Roberts and I'm the founder here at Mummy Made This, an organization I founded back in 2020 to help parents enjoy family life more, to play more, to laugh more. And the products that we have are either very practical nature or encourage creative play. And it's all about making family life a little bit easier, helping parents have that 5-minute piece when they need it most. But also encouraging kids to play and to be in the moment and to have fun within their families and to make memories with their parents. So these Monday motivation sessions, they are all about sharing topics that I've come across as a parent in my parenting journey that I've found tricky and that I've come up with a solution for, or things that book recommendations, maybe books that I've read that I found useful, or other practical ideas and tips of things that I've done with the kids that have worked really well. And the idea is that every Monday evening, this gives you a little bit of a boost. So the sessions are between 7 and 10 minutes long, and they cover very specific topics for you to take a look at and for them to give you some inspiration, some ideas for your week to come. And just for us to build a community and share some ideas. So this week's session, or over the past 2 weeks actually, this is the third of 3 sessions on screen time. So the questions I'd asked myself around screen time, I'd noticed that after the holidays, my children were just having far too much screen time, and that there were certain signs that they were starting to exhibit that always show me that they are having too much screen time. And so that was the first session. It was all about sharing with you how much is too much in my family and what are the signs that show me that that is the case, that they're having too much screen time. So that was the first session. The second session that we did then last week was all about, okay, it's all well and good that we know what is too much, but how do we fix it? What do we do about it as a family? And what did I do with my family to come up with a plan that worked for everybody and involved everybody as well, to have a really meaningful conversation as a group of family members that came up with a creative solution to fix that. So I share with you in that session, last week's session, a free download of the specific questions that we asked ourselves as a family, and also a bit of a blueprint, I guess, or a template for the plan that we came up with, so that you don't have to start from scratch and you can use those resources if you want to. They're all in the downloadable links associated with that session. And then today's session is all about, okay, so all well and good, we know it's too much, we know how to fix it in terms of making a plan, but then practically there is time left to do activities and free time that isn't filled with screens. So what do you do in that time? What on earth can you come up with that is fun and creative and that works for different ages to do with the kids? So that is what today's session is all about. So what I did with my kids is, again, we sort of had a session together. We had a meeting. I hate that word, but we got together and brainstormed some ideas as to what the kids would like to do and things that I thought might be fun that I'd seen on the internet or seen other mums do, or that I'd done as a child myself. And I have written down all those ideas. And again, they are available as a download, as a free download, as part of this session today. So the link should be down below. And I just want to run through some of those ideas today and give some pointers in terms of if I've done them already with my kids. Some of them I haven't done yet, but if I've done them already with my kids, what have I found has been particularly helpful, or where did it go a bit pear-shaped, and how can you learn from that? So let me just bring up my list. Crafts is always a good one, and we've made some of these, but not all of them. So one of them that I haven't actually made yet is how to make a snow globe with them. I think that is a wonderful activity to do, especially in the winter. And I don't know about your children, but mine seem hypnotized by snow globes that we see in the shops, and they really, really, really love them. So the idea of making our very own one that they can then keep in their rooms, I think is really special. So that's something that is on my list of things to do with them. And actually, I'm hoping to do another Facebook Live Monday evening session where I share with you exactly what I did and what worked and how we made that snow globe. And maybe I could even make that snow globe live with you. Not sure yet, but that is an upcoming Monday evening motivation session in the making. Other crafts making a bird feeder, especially again because it's so cold outside. Excuse me. I think that's a really good one because the kids can help feed the birds and do something that is practical and useful in nature, but also if you, depending on where you hang it in your garden, they can actually bird watch as well and learn about nature and the animals and birds in your local area. So that is definitely another one for me to do with my kids. The other one on my list here is make a piggy bank out of a balloon and paper mache. So I did that as a kid, and I think my mum still has the paper mache piggy banks that me and my brother and my sister made. And if my sister or my brother are watching tonight, I know that will give them a giggle. We had an awful lot of fun making them, but that was us as kids. So I read on somebody else's blog actually that paper mache was a complete disaster for her. And so it might not be for everybody, but I'd love to try that with my kids just because I have such fond memories of making a piggy bank. And as I say, they are really sturdy, and I still have mine, or my mum still has my piggy bank, and it went through multiple house moves that my parents did when I was a kid, and it was a steady companion, and I saved a lot of my money in that piggy bank. So a lot of fun. The other one that I want to share with you, and that I plan on doing another Facebook Live and Monday motivation session on, is making a bath bomb. So my kids love their baths, and to be able to have, and they love their bath bombs too, not that we've made one ourselves yet, but this is, as I say, on the list. And to be able to have one that they've made themselves, I think is going to be really exciting for them. So I want to share with you how to make one and the trials and tribulations of that. And I can imagine it could be quite messy, but I will report back. Hopefully not too messy. So that's another one to do. Then cooking or baking together. So in my family, we love to cook and bake, and it feels like baking actually is the way into getting them into cooking, certainly in our family, and that's certainly how I got into cooking when I was a kid. I always love making cupcakes, and I find it really great actually because it's sort of maths in disguise as well. So my oldest will do all the measuring, and even my middle one, who's now 4, nearly 5, so she will do some measuring too and read the numbers and help add stuff up, and obviously lots of tasting as well. But it's a really good practical life lessons activity to do as well, I think. And then the youngest, he just gets hooked on the decorations and making the cupcakes look pretty and tasting the icing sugar as he goes, and every single decoration that goes on there needs to be obviously tasted first too. So it's just a lot of fun for them, and I think it's a way for them to be creative and try a new skill. So that is a firm favorite in our family, and we do it often when it's a rainy day and I think, oh, what do we do today? We often fall back onto, let's bake a cake or bake some cupcakes. So the other one in our family is make a soup or a smoothie. And in terms of a soup, so Joshua, who's nearly 9, he loves making sweet corn soup. And interestingly, the other two, they're not that fussed on soup, but when Joshua makes his sweet corn soup, they love it and they will eat it till the cows come home. So a great way, I think, of making older children feel really useful, and just teaching them those life skills again. As I say, Joshua, you can see the pride in him when his siblings love his soup and go, I want more. It's just wonderful to see. And the little ones, it gets them to try new stuff. So win-win. And I don't have to do the cooking. So no, it's great. That's another firm favorite in our family. Then what about the other thing that works well in our family is some just games, I guess, like practical, fun, physical, running around games. So we run about and play catch. We throw balls at each other to catch and throw and count how often can we do that. Or if it's inside, we'll use a balloon and do that and count how often between the 4 of us, or if my husband's around, like the 5 of us, or just sometimes it's Josh and me and or the younger ones, whoever's around, really. They absolutely love playing with a ball. The other one we've done recently, I don't know if you know it, is what's it called, Marco Polo. So the one person, and it's normally me, I close my eyes and I say Marco into the silence, and the kids, they scatter around and they hide in the room, and then they were called Polo, and you have to try and work out from the sound of where they're coming from, where they are, and then you sneak across and try and grab them and catch them, and the giggles and the laughter and the shrieks, oh my goodness, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's also a firm favorite in our family. And the other one, oh yes, dance like nobody's watching. So yeah, our lot love music, love dancing. So the music will be on super loud and everybody's just dancing like nobody's watching. It is such fun, such a good release of pent-up energy, and it just brings you right back into the moment of giggling and connecting with your kids and just being. I love it. It's wonderful. Yeah. So final one. Oh, Teddy Bear's Picnic. So that's a good one, and the reason why I want to share that one is Isla is starting to read and write, and so the way it is, this is actually one that I had tried from Daisy Upton, so 5 Minute Mom, and the idea is you set up a Teddy Bear's Picnic with her toys, and that's what I did, and then the teddies, they order something, or you make out their order, so you will write on a card something really simple that that she can read, so I don't know, egg, or, and then you place that on the teddies, and then the idea is that she reads and blends those sounds together to try and work out what that teddy's order is, and then obviously yeah, she's the waitress and brings, or the cook, and brings that order over to the teddy, and it's wonderful to see. So she absolutely adores that game, and it's a way of helping her learn her sounds and read just through play. So those are my absolute top favorites. They're on the list that you can download. There's a whole heap more. So yeah, give it a try. Follow me on social, Mummy Made This, on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. If you want to catch some of the sessions, Monday motivation sessions that I've done over the past few weeks, go to my YouTube channel, probably is the best one, that will have all the downloadable links in one place, or have a look on the links down below. They should be there as well for you to catch up and watch anything of the other topics that might resonate with you. What's left for me to say is have a wonderful rest of your week. And yeah, drop me an email at annika@mummymadethis.co.uk if you have any topics or ideas that you would like me to cover in the coming weeks. Next week, I will go through some of the activities that I've talked about in this list, and show you in more practical detail what has worked and what hasn't, and what was fun and what wasn't. So tune in next week. Take care.